Hello lovely people, welcome to the video. My name's Athena. I'm a writer working on my speculative second chance romance. My phone is very rude whilst I'm calling my two girls and me with them 24/7. And as of the last 10 days, I have had hubby at home as well. He had a back injury, which means he's not here to help me. He actually needs help and care himself. So with all that being said, draft 2 of Project Memories. What are we even doing? I started a vlog. I think I vlogged like 2 days worth before hubby had, like, everything happened and he just stayed home and just everything kind of imploded. I'm just gonna scrap that because I honestly, it's been so, like, the time in between, I can't function that way. So where are we right now? It is the 14th of August. We are halfway through August practically, and I'm halfway through draft 2. I'm pretty sure the last update I did was starting the draft, like literally maybe tackling chapter 1, chapter 2, that's probably about it. So this is the deal. It is like 2:30 at this point. Hubby he's still hurt, but he has to do certain things for work. He doesn't really have a choice. So he's gonna be away for a couple hours today, a few hours tomorrow, and on Monday. So the idea is I'll hopefully be able to get a little bit of a writing vlog, an update for you guys over these 3 days. That is the plan. That is what I'm hoping will happen. Who knows what will happen. So back to what we are doing. So I am halfway through draft 2. I am halfway, like I'm halfway through my little notes there. I have my calendars, my like all the whole shebang over here. I am on chapter 23. I just finished chapter 22. I kind of dove in and got work done today before even starting the vlog, because with how everything has been, if I didn't take advantage of every minute I have, I would have not gotten this far. And my goal is still, my goals are still what they were. I'm trying not to shift them, and I'll explain what I mean. What is my phone doing? My groceries, how lovely. So I'm trying not to shift the goals. What do I mean? My big overarching goal is that I want draft 2 done by the end of September. My smaller, closer goal, if I could put it that way, is getting as much done as I can possibly get done by the end of August. So there's no actual limit to the end of August. There's no, I want to have finished half the book, or I don't know, 3/4 of the book, or this or that. It's as much as I can possibly get done, okay? As much as humanly possible will be done by the end of August. Now, having followed that, I'm currently about to start working on chapter 23 out of 38 chapters. My little checklist, let me show you. This is my scene checklist. You can see, where am I? I'm literally more than halfway down that one. And then there's my chapter outlines, because I needed the chapters. I don't know if I've shown you this with the chapters, because I initially just did the scene one, but I needed the chapter one as well. Again, do you see that? Do you see that? I am moving through this story. Realistically, I feel like it's fast. I feel like I'm going through it very quickly, but if I really think of it just as the project, like not comparing it to my previous project, not comparing it to anything else, this has been the pace for this story. I wrote the 0 draft, I then set up my outlines, my scene outlines, I did draft 1, and now it's like, I'm doing my own, like, first round of edits, developmental edits, adding things, etc. It's a developmental edit, basically, as well as minor line edits and I'm doing a lot of things in one edit, really, I have to say. I'm doing the developmental edit per chapter, per scene, and then I'm kind of going over it and cleaning it up a bit, because the reality is draft 2 is being written so that other people can read it. Draft 1 was just for me, okay? And my mum, that's about it. Now, draft 2 is being written for other people to read, and that is terrifying, because, oh my god. So, I don't even, and just for fun, because word count is not really the best way to look at progress, but just for fun, the draft 1 was 59,000 words. I then added my notes into the document, so I created a new document, added all the notes, what I wanted to change, what I wanted to fix, whatever. And the notes within the document made the word count go to not 61,000, but I would say probably just a little bit shy of 61,000. We are currently sitting, I have deleted a ton of notes up until chapter 22. I have tackled it, I have added information, whatnot. We are sitting at 67,400 words, and we're halfway through. And I have, like, in a couple of chapters, I believe, I have a brand new scene, completely brand new scene to write. So the word count is definitely going up, which is fine. It is fine. It is probably the one thing I am happiest about is that my draft one was what it was, because I think if I had overwritten draft one without kind of really going, like, thinking about it and really, because now in draft 2, the words I'm adding, I'm thinking about them a lot more. They're way more. The girls are having an argument of some sort. They're way more purposeful, I think. Guys! They're having an argument of some sort. The interruptions. The interruptions. What was I even saying? Coming, Edith! I will be back in a second. Okay, so I'm back. Again, the interruptions. As I was saying, the wording in draft 2 is more purposeful. Like, there's a reason for every word. I'm being more. There's a word I can't find. It's right on the. What is it? You do something with intention, basically. Like, there's full on. There's a reason to every word. I'm being a lot more careful. Not like 100% like last final draft kind, but it is a lot more polished than I would have, like the draft 2 of my previous project would have been considered, basically. So, with that being said, I am going to dive into chapter 23 at this point. There's a scene, yeah, these are both scenes that I like. There are 2 scenes in the chapter, not too, actually very little. Okay, so I'm contemplating adding like a whole memory, flashback of something. Okay. And another thing I do and to track progress is before I add notes to a scene, I mark the word count. And then once I'm done editing it completely, I mark the word count again, and I'm able to see how many words I've actually added to the original scene. So for example, I don't think I made a big difference in the previous one. Just as an example, so in the previous scene, chapter 22, one of the scenes started at 1,741 words, and it then ended, once I was edited and done with it, at 2,091. So there you go.
Mommy, I want my camera.
1 second, Bubby. All right, can you go play, my pumpkin? Okay, so, and then the next one, some tidying up, some fixing up. We'll see. We shall see. Let's get to work. What happened?
My sister did it.
What did she do?
You saw on my screen.
She closed it?
Yes, and now we're not connected.
Okay, why don't you open it and connect it again? Does she want to play something else?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. My wife's showing us. Hide.
All these little hairs. I mean, hello people. So, good morning. It is Saturday morning. It is the 15th of August. I did not update last night as to where I ended the day. I will do that right now. My hair is the little hairs that grow, like once you start losing hair and then you're growing hair, and then the joys of having children and growing older and whatnot. Anyway, moving on. We're gonna plait this up because I can't handle it. It's gotten too long. It needs a cut. Moving on. What did I do yesterday? I technically finished chapter 23. We tackled 22 yesterday. We tackled 23 technically. what I mean technically, I'm looking at it on my computer right now. What do I mean by that? I mean, I added a flashback scene in a flashback in one of the scenes, basically. And I'm kind of going back and forth on whether I should keep it in or not, because technically the information is being shared already in the dialogue, in the conversation, in what's happening. But it's also, the flashback itself is a memory of the state the protagonist was in when whatever happened, basically. And it's kind of showing it from his point of view and what his thought process was before he received this information. And I feel like it might, as I'm talking about it now, I feel like it might actually be a good idea to leave it in, because he's angry when he gives the information, and by seeing the actual flashback, you realize, you kind of understand why he's so upset about it. Kind of makes sense. You're kind of like, I get you. So I think I'll leave it in and kind of see what beta readers think of it. So this plaid is not agreeing with me right now. Are you gonna agree with me? No? Yes? Maybe so? Okay, so with that being said, technically, so I think, you know what, I'm gonna leave it. I'm just making the decision on the spot. And then there's the next scene, because there were 2 scenes in that. So no, 23 is done, dusted. I think I might have even marked it up here because I was kind of like, hence the technically. Did I mark you in my little chapter notebooky? Yes, I did. Okay. So chapter 23 is done. We're up to chapter 24. Chapter 24. And there's like a nice sweet scene between them. I'm at this point now where we've hit the midpoint. Midpoint has passed. And we're gearing into just trying to find like the plot beats to kind of describe this, right? Into the bad guys are closing in kind of thing. Where they're kind of like, there are still issues there, okay? And the midpoint has given us information and a twist, but it's also kind of like things are happening. So there's a little window of where things look good for them, and just a tiny window. I'm terrible to these people, terrible to my characters. And this is that. So there's this scene now that I need to edit, and it's a nice simple little scene with a touch of reality in it. And then there's a new scene, completely brand new chapter, brand new scene that I'm going to have to write after that. So chapter 25 is a completely brand new scene. Then things are gonna start just going downhill from there, just downhill. And then everything is just building up towards like bad guys are closing in, dark night of the soul, the climax. Like it's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get crazy. A couple chapters of goodness after the midpoint, and then everything is just gonna, like, things are gonna start coming in. The bad guys are gonna start closing in. It's fun. It's so funny being a writer and feeling this joy at causing distress to characters you've created. It is an issue, but it's also being a writer, so there you go. Okay, so the plan today, it is 10:25. Hubby will probably call me when he's driving, so I should probably get some work done before that happens. He has a bit of work today. I don't know how much exactly, so I'm not gonna go crazy on the goal setting, because as I said, I'm up to chapter 24 out of 38 chapters. I'm feeling pretty good. It's the 15th of August. Like, I don't wanna, like, you know. And then I send it to beta readers and they just tear it apart, which is what I want to happen. Like, I want them to tell me their thoughts and everything. I'm just gonna have to be very, very, very specific about what feedback I take on, what feedback I actually, within normal ranges. We shall talk about that when the time comes, okay? Okay, we're focusing on the writing and on the fun thing. I also love the fact that I can use a different color when I'm like adding stuff into the document. It just makes me really happy to see the extras in there. Okay, so there's not too many notes for this scene, are there? There's like, one is like add more context to what she's thinking here. I love that. I love past me and the fact that I thought I would know what I'm talking about. Add more context. Okay, cool. Add more context. This needs a rework. I love my notes. Sometimes my notes are like full-on paragraphs, like a full brainstorm of what I want to happen, of what I'm thinking, of why I'm even making a note. And then sometimes it's just like, rework this. Just look at it again and fix it. Just, oh my gosh. A reword with a question mark too. Like, I wasn't even sure it needed a reword. We're gonna tackle chapter 24. We're gonna jump into chapter 24. Ideally, I would like to at least get like the first draft of chapter 25 as well, like the brand new scene. I kind of know what I want for it. We'll talk about it when we get to that. Let's tackle chapter 24 first, okay? Okay, let's do this. Change of angle, just for fun. I don't even know what I'm doing. Don't worry about that. It is 11:20. It has been almost an hour, but I had to get up, sit down, get up. Let's interruptions as per usual. So let's mark chapter 24 is done. So we're going to go ahead and take that, which is just brilliant. How many scenes? See, this is why I love my board, okay? I can literally see how many scenes I have tackled. I can see where I am up to. I can see how much I have left. It is a full-on visual, just yay kind of thing. So I'm right up to here. I have like 2.5 lines and that one. You can't see, okay, right there. Like I'm up to, where is it? That green one. And then there's just the 2 lines straight along here and the half line at the bottom. If that don't look like progress, what does? Okay, okay. So technically, yes, I did one more scene. Because that's like 32, isn't it? Yes. I can't count. I can't do math. That is fine. So, with that being said, chapter 24 is done. I'm gonna close the little folder. Oh, now I have a whole new scene to write. It's a whole new chapter, a whole new scene. It's a whole new, oh gosh. So this is the thing that when you're into editing, like when I'm in editing mode, it's a whole different game. Like I could write whole paragraphs. I could write like half the scene. I could add a whole part to a scene that already exists. There is a plain, but having to write like a full new chapter, full new scene from scratch. Anyway, the best way to go about that is, number 1, we are first drafting it. So I'm just gonna go through and just kind of write it however it comes out. I have a general idea, I have notes, I have a little outline, I know what I want it to be technically. So I'm gonna just kind of start writing it, start, letting the characters kind of do their thing because I do know them much better now. So that kind of helps with new scenes and new stuff completely because now it's not like the 0 draft or draft 1 where I was getting to know them. I know them quite well now, way better than I did when I was like 0 drafting or first drafting. So we're gonna tackle a first draft of this new scene, and it's a cutie scene. It's a scene to show, number 1, it's gonna show time passing basically, but number 2, it's also gonna show their relationship, like show that there's emotions and feelings there. There's a lot there. But the situation is above, like, more than they can handle, really, and figuring out how to navigate that. They each kind of navigate it differently, so naturally. And then there's also, like, all the outside things that also come into play. So she's in a very different place to him because she's dealing with things that are outside of her control that impact her internally a lot. So she needs to fix something internal, but the cause is external, so she can't really control it. And she's kind of navigating that at this point. And then he has a lot of internal work to do for himself in order to get over his internal issues and tackle her external issues. Does that make sense? I don't know. Anyway, this is the last chapter where they're okay, basically. After this, all hell is just gonna break loose. So it's fun. It's fun. I like it. It is what it is. It's gonna be a lot of figuring things out. And so we're gonna have, it's basically like a cute little phone call between them, and then they're gonna kind of, yeah, it's cute. It's cute. All the cuteness in this scene. It is 11:25. I will probably, I don't know when hubby's gonna call me, so I should probably get to work, really. Ideally, I wanna just, at least, hubby's probably, no, he's gonna work a bit more. So at least by lunchtime, I want to have the first draft of the scene written. Like just a very, very bare bones kind of first draft. Is that crazy? It might be, who knows? Can we tackle chapter 25 today? I don't know, we'll see. I'm getting crazy ideas. Like the closer I get to like specific plot points, etc. At the bottom of, I'm just looking at my little folders here. I can see it moving towards like the bad guys closing in and the dark night of the soul and the climax, and it's just, I can see the ending and it feels like I'm halfway through August. I don't want to tell myself I could finish it by the end of August. I'm trying not to. I am trying so hard not to. Because anything could happen, and I know from experience that, you know, the fact that I've even managed to get to like this point at this stage is just, it's a miracle. That's all I have to say to that. But we shall persevere. I am procrastinating right now because I have to write a brand new single. Anyway, I'm gonna put music in my ears and we're gonna tackle this, okay? Okay, let's do this.
To be daring, baby, dance the night away. I let my head down if I won. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better, I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better, I dare you to be wilder. I want to be silly, baby, dance the night away. I'll kick my shoes off if I want. Let yourself be free and maybe you will find that there is more to life than being pretty. Honey, let's just face it. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time.
Okay, so let's should I move you guys a bit just for funsies? Okay. I have been writing for 25 minutes, maybe half an hour. I don't know. I have written 579 words. It's not too many words. I wrote it in the wrong POV. I started writing it and I was writing and I was kind of like, I feel like there's a lot of interiority, a lot of processing on the FMC's side. Like I needed something from his POV, like from the protagonist's POV and from the MMC's POV. And I was like, why does this scene feel wrong? Like it feels wrong. Like it's not. Why? Because I wrote it in the wrong POV. I was writing in her POV when it should be in his POV. That was the whole. Sometimes I swear. So just if you guys were thinking, all this, I am now going to delete. I'm now going to delete all of that and start again. Yay! Let's do that. Let's delete and. And I was right, I can't even, I'm like, because I reached a point where I was reaching like almost the end of the scene. And I knew the scene, as I knew it, was, I wanted to express his fears on how he's feeling when they're falling into the specific kind of situation and his fears from the past kind of resurfacing and he's kind of thinking and going through this. And I'm like, I can't do that from her POV. What am I thinking? And then I realized it's great being a writer. Have I mentioned? Okay, I'm gonna delete all the words. I mean, I could use the conversation they had. I would turn it around, change it around, but then Yeah, that's probably the only thing I can keep. I mean, technically I could keep some of this stuff for her introspection later, but nah. I'm just gonna start over. Okay, let's do this. Look like a downright mess. That's right. So, super quick update because I doubt I'll be able to update again. Because my mom is coming over, my grandma's coming over, then hubby will probably be home. Like, you know how it goes. So, it is 1:20. I'm gonna keep writing. I'll have the opportunity to write once my mom is here, but I am struggling. I am struggling probably because I got so into the scene from a different POV, and now my brain's kind of like, we need to pivot. So I need to pivot. I've kept a little bit of a dialogue that could technically just be switched between them, but I think maybe it'll just be better if I just completely scrap it and just go with the flow of the scene again, because usually when I do that to myself, should I just, yeah, I just delete the whole thing. Okay, I'm just gonna start from scratch. I think it's better that way because honestly, yeah, I'm just gonna kind of because he's also thinking about, because the previous scene ends with him leaving to go get work done and he leaves her. So then this is the evening. So he's thinking about what happened. Okay. So I'm gonna keep struggling with the scene for today. Hopefully, when I update you guys tomorrow, probably at this point, I will have tackled at least the first draft version of this scene. If not more than that, I think the best that I can hope for right now is to tackle the first draft of this scene. Because it's just like my brain's just kind of stuck. I will say once I get unstuck, I think it'll probably start rolling. Until it starts rolling though. It's also looking like rain outside. Fun times. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna dive into this, and if I can update you guys I will. If I can't, you'll still be updated in a few seconds anyway. So let's do this. Good morning everyone. It is Sunday morning officially. It is 9:15 on the 16th of August. And technically I could have started writing sooner. Technically. But I'm also kind of like really procrastinating this morning. So, update on how I did yesterday. End of the day, I did manage to write the scene. I did actually manage to go through it a second time even. I floundered around for a bit trying to figure out how to get into Jackson's POV because I accidentally wrote it from Harper's POV because my brain wasn't braining, and the funny thing was I was writing it and I was writing her thoughts, and I was kind of like, I feel like she already had a moment of introspection. Why does this feel like too much? You know, too much inner of her, like, yeah. I was just, I was kind of like, and then anyway, deleted all those words. I went back, I finally ended up going back and reading the last scene again and focusing a lot more on what Jackson was doing in that scene. It was from Harper's POV, but focusing on what happened to him in that scene and what his reactions were to different things in that scene. I then kind of got into like, what would he be thinking about at the end of the day after all that happened basically? What were his thoughts? What would he be feeling? And I managed to get into his head and write the scene, and I'm happy with it. I am going to be going over it again one more time today. That's what we're starting with this morning. I'm going to go over chapter 25, basically. Do a read through of it again, see if I want to make any changes, add anything, tweak, whatnot, and then it will be done. And then we will move on to chapter 26. Now, as for chapter 26, let me just pop you over here so I can look at my screen better whilst also looking at you. Chapter 26, what do we have a lot of notes in chapter 26? Okay, some repetition. She's offering him something, and okay, so there's a lot of like little questions of like, if she's offering him coffee, she should wait to hear his answer. Makes sense. And maybe she moves. This is little, like seriously, sometimes I wonder like at past me and what I was thinking when I was reading through this and making notes, and other times I'm hilarious. Okay, that's just. Also, I really like the way my hair looked right now, so I just kind of, yeah, it'll be going in a plait the moment I turn off this clip. Okay, so there's actually not that many notes. It's a pretty pivotal scene, okay? It's a pretty big scene where we're finding out information where it's pretty, you know, it's bad guys are moving in. It's a lot of things are happening. And I don't have many notes. I'm gonna read it through again, and I have found that the first time I read through it and made notes, sometimes, not that I missed things, I think just being away from it and working through the book as well and kind of fixing other things previously, like as I fixed the previous scenes, reaching a scene that I might have not made notes on at that moment. What was I saying? Yeah, so reaching, like, as I work through the previous scenes, then I reach the scene and I'm like, oh, I need to fix this too as well. I need to do this, I need to do this. So, you know. So 26 is look at me feeling like I can tackle 26 as well today. And then chapter 27, who even am I? Okay, again, chapter 27 doesn't have that many notes. Okay. I am trying not to set myself up for disaster. What do I mean? I don't want to start being like, oh, I can tackle 2-3 chapters a day, or I can do this, I can finish. I'm getting as much as I can get done in a given day. Also, there's a big possibility, hubby is working today. It is Sunday. He has to do certain things that have to be done. I'm probably going to end the vlog today, like at the end of today. And then he might not be working again this week. So, and even if he does, he might just be like one day here, one day there. So I will be working again, like with headphones in, while my family is just around me constantly. I mean, when are they not around me constantly? But yeah, you get what I mean. So I'm gonna jump in because it's already 9:20 almost, and I need to get a move on. So, okay, I'm gonna tackle that, and then we're gonna dive in and finish chapter 25, wrap up chapter 25, and then dive into chapter 26. Okay. The next time I update, I should be well into chapter 26. Okay. We shall see how that goes. I have no idea. Okay, quick update. It is 12:20. I have done quite a bit of work, had multiple distractions, gotten up, done all the things. That is beside the point. As I mentioned, I would probably look like my hair plaited. Chapters 25 and 26 are done. Chapters 25 and 26 are done. I'm pretty happy with 26 specifically. 25 I had pretty much done yesterday, but 26 I added 400 words. I'm pretty happy with it. Like, I love it. I do. I have to say, it is, where are we now? The total draft right now is sitting at 69,000 words. As I said, from 59,000 words, the notes that I added were about like the 60,000 mark, 60, like not, it wasn't 61 for sure. So yeah, yeah. We're definitely going up in the word count. I have a 75k limit on this draft. I don't know how this is gonna go. I'm like, how many chapters we have? Yeah, I'm up to chapter 27. Like, technically we have 10, 11, 12 chapters, I think. We shall see. So, chapter 27 doesn't actually have, it's 2 pages total, 925 words. It doesn't have, like, I don't really have notes. Other than, yeah, I don't have notes on it at all, actually. Okay. Which means I'm just gonna read through it and just add, change, shift, like based on the changes up until this point, it kind of morphs naturally and kind of, so I'm gonna just kind of work through what I've done and changed and added and make this also match that. Okay. Then chapter 28. These chapters are very, I think, seem like there's some notes, but there's not. I think these chapters now, like chapters 27, 28, 29, they're like the chapters that are really building up to the climax, but there's also the kind of build up between the relationship. It's like where everything just goes bad. And I had I had a pretty clear idea of them in the 0 draft. So what happened probably was I really worked on them into the, like, when I worked on draft 1, these scenes were like, I reworked them quite a bit and I gave them a lot. So now I'm kind of, okay, these are the moments when I'm like, what if this is all terrible? What if I think this is a good scene and it's not? Oh gosh. Giving it to beta readers is gonna be just, it's gonna be fun. Anyway, I'm gonna, what time is it? It's 12:20. I think I'm gonna get started on, I am gonna have to get started on lunch and whatnot soon. I'm gonna I think I might be able to tackle chapter 27 before I do that. I'm gonna try. I will update you guys and we shall see how we go. Okay, so update before I probably go and do all the lunch, and then I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I'm done with chapter 27, and it's done in like, it just took me like a read through and I'm just adding a few minor things. This, it feels like it's okay. It feels like it's good. Like it has everything I want in it. It reads well. I like it. I'm happy with it at this level, like before someone else reads it. And then I feel like, what if I'm wrong? What if this is completely terrible and I should be doing a lot more to it? And the fact that I'm not doing a lot more, it's just a matter of me not seeing anything. The joys. I cannot. Okay. You know what? No. 27 is done. It's done. As far as I can tell right now, it is done. I see literally nothing else. Like, it's giving me what I want it to give me. It's doing what I want it to do. My doubts are not, unless, okay, hold on. I don't want to just add stuff though, just for the sake of adding. I'm just kind of like, yeah, because he's mad and he's just going and he's ranting. I don't want to overdo it. No, I'm gonna let it sit. And again, feedback will be a thing, and then I will, maybe it'll be enough. Maybe, I might have beta readers tell me that they want something more here. That's a different thing. I feel like it's okay. So I'm gonna be done with it. Writing a book is scary because you can go overboard and write way too much, add way too much, over-explain, and have to then cut words, and then you can also go like with not enough. Like there's not enough emotion, there's not enough just explaining what's going on. There's not enough on the page, basically, for the reader to really feel what you're trying to make them feel. So this scene is, it's one of those scenes where he's feeling a lot, and I don't know if I am expressing it enough or well enough, but that's the thing, I don't know. Oh, hello. Yeah. What was I even saying? Yeah, so is he getting enough emotion across? I don't know. But that's the thing, like right now, I think there are certain scenes and there's certain parts where you kind of reach a point in your writing of any given project where you need someone else to kind of nudge you in the right direction. So I could have someone just comment, say something, anything on this scene, and that could like open the floodgates to my kind of figuring out how to make it more, how to make it, I think the scene, and there are other scenes as well before this one, and probably coming up as well, where there's a certain limit to what I can do right now, and then when a different pair of eyes have seen it and I receive that feedback, that will then nudge me to kind of have that extra, like I need a little something. I need a little something. So I'm not gonna play around with it, because I know what could end up happening is I could end up adding too much for no reason, or taking away something I shouldn't, or just doing things because nothing is really clicking, So chapter 28. Chapter 28 is two scenes. It's a heavy chapter. As I said, we're moving into heavy emotional, and I think that we'll see. I've been interrupted multiple times today, so I don't know if that's also to blame. Like I might pop back into chapter 27 and just give it a light read tomorrow morning, just to kind of be sure, or maybe I'll just keep on moving on, because that's just, the doubts are really crippling me. Okay, chapter 28, it's fine. I don't have a lot of notes, because these scenes they just flowed. There's the kind of scenes where you can see it play like a movie in your head. I know everyone doesn't do that, but I'm one of those writers. So I could see it, and I was just kind of, and then I'm just gonna dive into chapter 28, I think, at this point. I have about 10 minutes till I have to go and tackle lunch. So I'll do that, and we shall talk again, I guess. I'm probably gonna end this vlog when hubby is finally heading home, I think. Probably. Or when I'm done with the writing. of the day. I've finalized chapter 25. I did chapter 26 and chapter 27, but they were just such easy chapters that I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm getting a bit like, okay, it's okay, that's okay. We're gonna tackle chapter 28 and we'll see how we go. So, super quick update and ending of the video here because I'm pretty sure I will not be able to film again tomorrow or the day after or whatnot. It's just how it's gonna be right now. So, I have pretty much tackled the first scene of chapter 28. There are 2 scenes in chapter 28. I have tackled it, I have added things to it, I've made it a bit more, you know, a lot of things. I like it. A lot is happening, but as I said, I'm realizing and I'm aware that I need to add what needs to be added and kind of make it all make sense and continuation and whatnot, but I also need other people's feedback and I also need to take a step back. So I'm very happy with it right now. I might be able to get a little bit more work done later today, but that's a really big question mark on that one. Hubby's practically done, so I should probably end this video and we'll be chatting while he's driving home and whatnot, so I won't be able to film an ending. So with that being said, I'm ending this vlog on halfway through chapter 28. I love seeing, as I edit these vlogs and as I see where I started at the beginning of the vlog and where I end, and it's such, if anything's gonna show progress, it's me actually talking about talking through the work and doing the work and showing, filming myself doing the work, and I can see myself, how I'm thinking, and just, it's really interesting. Anyway, with that being said, I'm starting to get a bit tired now, to be honest. So, it is 3:30, it is Sunday the 16th of August, we're ending the vlog here, and I don't want to be like, oh, could I finish the book by the end of the month? But who knows? Who knows? We're sticking to the goal. As much as I can get done by the end of August. Okay? Okay. I'll see you in the next one. And who knows where I'll even be at that time. We shall